And, well, good afternoon actually, and welcome to Sea Fishing with CJ, back in the tackle shop. And today we are down at Tony's Tackle in Eastbourne, where we're going to be talking to Tony about fishing reels and what's available. Now I happen to know that Tony has been enthusing about the Penn Affinity 3 long cast. So let's go and talk to Tony, find out what it is about this reel that he is so impressed with, and who knows, I might end up buying one. But that wasn't my plan, but you know, I know my will, it's very weak. So let's get in the shop and get out of this rain and go and talk to Tony. So here we are in Tony's shop. I do know that one of the things I am going to be buying is Tony's book, the life story of Tony the man himself. So we will be buying a copy of that before we leave, and I'll get Tony to sign it if I can. So here we are, we're in Tony's Tackle in Seaside, which is number 211 Seaside. Right, I'll put the details on the video anyway. And now I know Tony has been enthusing about the Penn Affinity 3. So what is it about this reel, Tony, that you are so enthusiastic about?
Well, Chris, the main thing I like, one of the main aspects, is this fast handle. So basically when you're fishing, as soon as you're finished, as quick as you like, you can pack up.
Yeah.
Just undo the handle 3 or 4 times, about 5. It folds in. Yeah. Nice carbon handle in here, which is nice. Carp boys like that.
Yeah.
Some people say it's a carp reel. It does both. Yeah. But I've found this is far better, in my opinion, than the Surf Blaster.
Right.
It's got more ball bearings.
Yeah.
Basically, it's 10 times smoother. And a lot of the lads have been using the 7 because they don't want a great big heavy reel on their rods nowadays.
Yeah, no, quite.
And it's so smooth, you can't believe it, you know.
Yeah, I did have a little play before
the other thing I've found, which is really important, when I bought a load of the Surf Blasters, I found the line lay was very hard. You had to play about with washers, a lot of messing about. With this reel, although it's got a deeper spool, it basically casts and the line lays perfect on it.
Right, is that a carbon spool?
Big issue. Yeah, I'm not sure, Chris, whether it is carbon, the spool, but it's very light.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What I've found is the line lays fantastic. Unlike Surf Blaster, which is okay, but you've got to play about with loads of washers. Yeah. This one, it's a deep spool, which is a shame.
Right, yeah.
But it loads beautiful.
Right, okay.
And the 7000 seems to be the winner because guys have got, as I said a minute ago, they've got nice light rods and they don't want to put a great big 8000 chunky thing on the reel. Yeah. Maybe you'll get a few more yards with an 8000, but I think it's minimal, to be honest with you.
For me, the 8000, it's the width of the spool, so it's a slightly wider spool.
Yeah, that's right. It probably will cast a few yards further, but not a great deal, I don't think, you know.
Now, I mean, I have been doing some reading on it once I heard that you got those, and I did see that Penn say that it is salt proof. So although it is can be used by carp,
we sold one of these. We sold one of these, a limited edition one, and I bought a load on a deal, and we were selling them. They're about $2.25. Right. And personally, I can't see any difference between this one, which is around about $1.40. Yeah. Between this one and the £225 one. Okay. The only difference is a titanium shaft, and I know that will be better, but huge difference in money.
Yeah, no,
so we've gone for this one. I think it's great. Unfortunately, people are, you know, they Surf Blasters in their head, and they're kind of brainwashed. I need a Surf Blast, and so obviously we keep one in the cabinet. Basically, if someone comes in, but if we want to sell you a reel, we prefer to sell you this one. Right. It's great.
Now, I mean, and you are doing a deal on those, so if people want to know what the deal is, then
just give me a ring. It's 01323 731388. Right. And we'll sort it out. And we do a rod and reel deal as well. Okay. So our new rods come in next month.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can't do a video.
Well, I say next month, our new rods come in the next couple of weeks, we hope. Okay. And we're doing deals with a rod and reel together. Right, lovely. In the sea angler and that. So. Right,
okay. Well, as I say, again, price on application, you need to speak to Tony and find out what the deal is. But I happen to know it's a very good deal.
Yeah, nice one.
But I don't want to commit to people on video because things change and what have you. So you need to be able to speak to Tony and find out what the
changes hands. By the way, I didn't mention that. Obviously,
so if you're ambidextrous,
left or right-handed, it's ambidextrous. Right. And the great thing about it, it's black.
Yeah, I do like the black. And the other thing about Penn is that they put this rubber strip in the middle of their spool here.
Yeah, so the braid don't slip.
So it's the braid. It's for braid. Now I have seen people trying to price it off.
No, it stops the braid slipping. Yeah. I've never had it myself, but they say that the whole lot of the braid will go round on a spool. Can do. I've never seen it happen myself, but people say it can do, and I think that's why they put that on there.
Yeah.
Which is quite a neat little touch, really. I just wish that the only thing I wish about it, you have to load it with some backing.
Right.
Hopefully later on, if they've got any sense, they'll bring out a braid spool which fits on it. The trouble with Penn, they've got loads of reels and they don't all fit, so people find it hard to get spare spools.
Yeah. Well, what I intend to do with it is I'm going to put a heavy braid on it.
Yeah, straight through, something like 60 straight through.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to put 70 straight through.
Yeah, it's only like about £30 line, £25 line.
Yeah.
It's so thin, the whiplash and stuff, you know.
So that's what I'm going to put on it.
I think that's the way to go.
Because I've got fed up with weed getting caught on my leading knots, to be honest.
Yeah, nice bit of kit this is. I'm really sort of impressed. And
Okay,
so,
lovely.
as I said before, it's so smooth, you can't believe it. You know?
I have to say, let's have a little play with it.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say that when I walked into the shop, I said, Tony, let's talk about this new reel, but I'm not going to buy one. But I did have a little play with it, and I'm sorry, but I've got to have one. I have got to have one. It is so smooth. Oh, and we've got a cup of coffee and a cup of tea as well. There, lovely reel, lovely reel. So I'm afraid that is going to go into my armoury. Let's just take the spool off here and have a look. Yeah. It's all right. So let's just have a look at the spool. Take the spool off. So there's the spool comes off. You can see that the bearings in the top cap there are all enclosed, so you've not got lots of bits that are going to fall off when you take it off on the beach. Right, lovely, lovely. Yep. So Tony's chatting away in the background. He doesn't realise he's got a microphone on and it's all getting recorded.
Sorry, that's ruined your video, isn't it?
No, it's all right. I can edit and edit and edit. It's all right. Okay, lovely. So let's right now, Tony does do a selection of reels. We looked at the Penn Affinity, which I'm sold on. I'm going to have one, I'm afraid. I don't know why, but you know, it's just another bit of shiny kit for the tackle bag. But there are some other options on the market that Tony does. So this is a BlackRock TT8000, which again is a lovely looking reel and very smooth operating. Now, you know, as you know, I have got a BlackRock rod that I use, and that would partner up with it very nicely. And in fact, I've got a Fox reel that looks just like that. It's almost a spit for the Fox. So this is a cheaper option, but
around about £89.
£89, so less than 100 quid.
Get it a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And obviously the same thing, it comes with a rod and reel deal.
Yeah.
So it comes down a lot then.
So
it's just in a better price market, but you need this long spool, so important. And you'll find that most reels, as soon as they go under 50 quid, they haven't got the long spool.
No. Or they haven't got this slow oscillation.
And the slow oscillation, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is so important. So you can see how slowly that spool is oscillating up and down. That ensures a good line lay. So the line isn't being laid backwards and forwards across itself. It lays on almost cotton reel onto the spool. And as you can see with this reel, it's a coned spool. It's very coned. It's a lot narrower at the front than it is to the rear, which ensures that you get this nice lay of the line. Yeah, so again, that's a very nice reel.
Yeah, it's good price as well.
Yeah, and it's good price. Yeah. Okay, what else you got to show me then, Tony?
There's the other one that's quite nice is this one. It only comes with one spool. You get two with that BlackRock, by the way.
Oh,
that does come with two spools.
Yeah.
This is nice. I found this one. It was about 100. It's 118 now, retail, but no spare spool.
Right.
But again, nice reel, nicely finished.
Yeah. Looks
smart, ambidextrous.
And this is a
Got
rival.
Long spool again. That's a Penn rival. Yeah.
Penn rival. Okay.
Yeah. They do a rival gold and then a normal one, and they're just different colours really. Basically, one of them's got the faster handle on it, I think.
Yeah. And again, look how slow the oscillation is on that.
Yeah, it's a lovely reel. That is.
Yeah, it is a lovely reel. It feels really solid.
We do tend to bypass this one a bit because we do a good deal on the Infinity one.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still nice if someone wants something a bit cheaper.
Yeah. And how much did you say that was?
It's $118.95 retail, and you'll pick it up properly for around about 110, 105.
Okay.
Most shops, you know.
Right. Okay. Cool. And what's the one that you say everybody wants? Surf Blaster?
Everybody asks for Surf Blasters.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're the answer. I think this Affinity's far superior.
Yeah.
But, you know, generally the average shop will buy a Surf Blaster and the average shop will sell bucket loads of them. There's nothing wrong with them.
Okay.
Lovely reel. It's just that when you look at, you weigh up the two, when you've got the Affinity one, for the difference in price, probably a £5, most shops, it's a no-brainer, really.
No.
But
I mean, it's a lovely feeling reel.
Penn will tell you they'll sell more Surf Blasters than anything.
Yeah,
it's got
because
the name.
It's got Surf Blaster.
Yeah, and it's got the name, and they always sold them at about 100 with one spool.
Yeah.
They've now elaborated by getting 2 spools with a Surf Blaster, which is great.
Yeah.
And now they're about 130, 140, you see.
Oh, okay.
So the price has changed, but they've got the name with the Surf Blaster. It's the way it is. It's like rockets in multipliers. People buy rockets because it's a rocket, you know.
Yeah, no, quite. Yeah, and there's a lot of snobbery, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's right.
I like the name Penn on my reels. I have to say. Another thing, and notice on the Rival, this also has got the rubber strip on the spool there to stop the braid slipping. Yeah, braid slip.
That's a nice reel, that.
Very nice. I did know someone that actually prized that off because he thought it was a rubber band that had to go over the top of the line.
Oh, God. Yeah. Probably me, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. But
no, it's nice, that. It's a good reel. Yeah. We do loads. The R10's popular. I sell loads of R10s.
I have got an
Beautiful
R10.
looking reel.
I have got an R10.
No problems. It's been going a while.
Yeah.
I think he's going to change these to black, the next lot.
Oh, right,
he's told me, he's going to change the colour on them.
Because the white ones are lovely, but when they've been in your tackle box a couple of times, they do start looking a bit scratched up.
Yeah, this is the thing with white. It chips a little bit, you know, and it does put people off sometimes, but it's a very nice looking reel.
Yeah, no,
but I think he's going to go to black, and I think they're going to replenish it in the next batch, and it's going to be a lot stronger paint on here so that none of it chips off. You know?
So that's the Air Loop R10. Is that made by
Achios?
Yeah. So it's the Achios Air Loop.
Good
R10.
thing about Simon is he's from Achios. He's a one-man band, really. Yeah. So you haven't got all these people to pay money. So when he gets something in, basically what he does is he won't be making so much money. The big companies have got to pay hundreds of pounds to staff and everyone on the payroll. Whereas with this, he just comes into Simon's warehouse. It's him and his wife, I believe. Yeah. Everything's packed and shipped really quickly. Yeah. And of course, he hasn't got to make so much profit, you know? Yeah. Now, most of his stuff's great. This
is the difference between the R10 and the Penn, is when you want to fold this away in your tackle box, you have to loosen off that end cap there.
This is what gets lost on the beach. Yeah. People tend to get hold of it. They're like this on the beach, folding it up. All of a sudden, they've lost this piece here. And I just don't understand why they're not all like the other one. You know, because it really is a...
So the difference between that and the Affinity, let's have a look at the Affinity again.
Quite often with our fishing matches, you know, we need to get back quickly. And you're messing about with this for ages, whereas that, you can get it...
So with this, you just wind it backwards.
In the car, you know.
So you wind it back, wind it forwards to lock the thing in place, and then when you finish at the end of the night, you just wind it back a couple of turns, and it's done. I find it takes me a little while working out which way I'm meant to be winding it.
Yeah, of course,
So you just got to be careful.
These are very striking. This Achios. It is a lovely looking reel. I must admit. I did buy one. I have got one. They're nice. I had no problems with them.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Pretty good. Sorry.
But still, go back to this Penn Affinity and have a little play with it, having handled other reels. Right. There's one thing on Penn reels that people don't realise is that the bail arm doesn't close when you wind into it. Now that's designed to be like that so that the bail arm doesn't flick over when you're casting, because that is a problem with some reels. So Penn are the only ones that I know that do that, but I'll show you what I mean. This is the black rock that we were talking about. Let's see how that works. So if you wind into that, it's got an automatic bail arm closure. So as you wind, it closes, all right? So that has in the past caused problems. People knocking the handle as they're casting, and it closes the bail arm, and of course you snap off if that happens. But the Penns, that doesn't happen. So I've heard people saying, oh, my Penn doesn't work because the bail arm doesn't snap over. It's designed to be like that, all right? So it's just something you need to be aware of. Right, the other thing I want to talk about while I'm here is Tony's book. Now, Tony's written a book. It is the man himself, Tony Kirrage, Now, a little bit of my history with Tony is that I discovered Tony back in the mid-80s when I first started out sea fishing, and he was the only person I could find that had Ziplex rods that were available over the counter. I'm sure there were other places, but he was the only one I could find. And so I was living in London. I used to travel down here every weekend, come in and see Tony, buy gear off him, go fishing. And eventually I thought, I'm going to move to Sussex. So I moved to Sussex because of this man, without a doubt. And I've been a customer of his for over 40 years. With a little bit of a break in the middle because I sort of gave up sea fishing, beach fishing for a while. But this is his book, The Sea Match Fishing, the man himself, Tony Kirrage. He is an awesome match fisherman, without a doubt. He still wins matches constantly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a copy of this book and he's going to sign it for me.
Here we go then, Chris. I'm getting good at this now. I'm getting good at this now, Chris. I've signed 110, I think.
Wow. And
most people, I just sign them as they go out, leave a gap at the top if they want to put to and from.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
just to me,
Christmas presents, really, you know what I mean?
It's a Christmas present to myself.
So we're going to sign this one now. Hopefully it'll come out okay. I must admit, when I first did the first one of these, I was really nervous, but I seem to have got a bit better with practice. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, I've got a copy of John Darling's book signed. I can't find it. I had to buy it again the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
They're,
the bass fishing one.
It's a great book, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, the bass fishing book is really good.
Funny enough, it's got the this photograph here, which he took.
Oh, right, okay.
In 1981, I think it was, sometime like that. He took them and me, I caught them on the beach. And that's in his book, in the same, I purposely put it on the page 3, the same page as his book.
Well, didn't I, isn't it me that scanned that?
A momentum to John, because he was a great friend of mine, you know?
Didn't I send you that picture?
You sent it through to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it at home, but you sent me a better copy from the book.
Yeah.
And I put a thing in here, you know, compliment to John.
Yeah.
And he's a great friend of mine. He'd have loved it if he was here.
Yeah, no,
there's a lot of people in this book, sadly, that have passed away. You know, Ian Golds, Neil McKellow.
Yeah.
Some sad. They're all good friends of mine. It's sad, really, but I suppose we all got to die sometime, haven't we?
Mate, old fishermen never die. They just smell like they have.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that okay?
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
If you want a copy of Tony's book, again, you're going to need to give him a call.
Brilliant.
Is it available from your website or not?
Yep. I'm selling loads on the website, which is www.tonystattleshop.co.uk.
Yeah.
You can telephone me. Loads in the shop, obviously, is 300 on the ground there.
Yeah.
But, surprisingly, that the limited edition is outselling the normal book, which is amazing, isn't it?
Right. So, Tony,
there you go, Chris.
Thanks very much, mate.
And sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Lovely, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading that.
Yeah, I think you'll find the middle bit, the life story bit, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Most people have said they had. Some cracking photographs in there of the old days.
Yeah.
Some of these articles in here, this article here, it's over 40 years old, and it looks, if you look just quickly, this was printed over 40 years ago.
Wow.
Look how good that's come up.
Yeah, no, fantastic.
Don't catch cod like that anymore.
No, look at that. That really is a unicorn. Look at that. Right, thank you very much, mate. I'm looking forward to reading that.
Enjoy it anyway.
Yeah, no, I will do. Right now, Tone, obviously I get asked a lot by people that are just literally starting out for a cheap option. Now, I'm not a great advocate of buying cheap reels because they last as long as you get what you pay for. Yeah. But you know, if you've never tried sea fishing before and you want a real cheap deal, you can probably pick up a rod and a reel for less than 100 quid.
Yeah, there was thousands of there was thousands of mackerel here this year.
Yeah.
And of course we had to cater for these people who are coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
The biggest mackerel I've ever seen. I've been here nearly 45 years, so huge, over £1.5 some of them. And there was catching them for nearly 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Long time after they should have been gone.
No, absolutely. I mean,
anyway,
I
so
had a
they
little
come
go
in and they want just a cheap setup.
Yeah.
This is the new reel from Achios. Goes out about 26, 27 quid.
27 quid?
Yeah, cheap as anything. Line on it as well. I mean, you buy a spool of line, it's £10 in the shop, £8 or £9. So they're good value. We sold bucket loads of them.
Yeah.
And then there's another one here. They're nothing fantastic, but they're nice looking reels as well.
Yeah, nice looking reel, and it would last you.
A few years ago, that cost you £60, and that's $27.99
for a couple of weeks on the beach in the summer. If all you're going to come down is catch a few mackerel, why would you want to spend hundreds of pounds? That would do it for you.
It does the job, and they're quite robust. You know, they're quite sort of chunky and robust.
But I don't think it'd last a winter.
So no, I think it's just a learning curve. You know, you go mackerelling, you go general fishing. If you enjoy it, you come back. We'll always chop back, give you a price back, and we upgrade you to a better reel later if you enjoy it. It's no point spending £250 on a rod and reel when you don't enjoy it.
No, quite.
It's a waste of time. So you've got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm
70 quid. We start off with people a rod and reel.
If you've never been sea fishing before, you don't know what you don't know. So in some ways, it's good to buy a cheap setup.
Yeah.
Have a season fishing with it, and then you know what it is you want from a rod and a reel. Because otherwise, you'll spend hundreds of pounds on something and discover you can't get on with it. So,
exactly, and I find that fixed spool-wise, how they make them so cheap, I just don't know. It's incredible. And as I say, you go in an average shop and the spool line's $8.99. There's 300 yards of nylon on there.
And actually, that Achios feels quite substantial, doesn't it?
It's quite nice, yeah.
Feels quite solid.
Yeah, we've had no problems. We don't get any problems with them. Yeah. And they're so cheap that if someone does break it, normally I just do them one at trade to keep them happy. If something goes wrong, I'll just say, oh, look, give me 15 quid and have another one, you know, or something like that, just to keep them happy. You know? Something I did want to mention today, I don't know if you're interested, but I just got the word, we've waited nearly a year. This is the most popular rod, apart from my one, what's coming in soon. Right. This is the most popular rod in the country, the Fury. You're probably familiar with it.
Yeah, I haven't got one, but I know that Jason uses one, I think.
Yeah, they're very popular. Yeah. I mean, I've sold literally hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And it's good price, about $150. Beautiful rod.
Yeah.
From Achios. Immediately when I got them in, I was petrified. If you look at this tip, it's scary.
Yeah.
So what I done, I rung Simon from Achios. Right. And I said to him, look, I like the rod. I think I'm going to have problems here with the tip. It's so thin. Yeah. So I ordered another tip, a solid one. Right. So over a year ago, I'd forgotten about it now. Unfortunately, I had loads of people in here wanting the tip. And I've chucked a lot of the stuff away. Yeah. But the tips are coming in within about the next 2 weeks. They're going to be about 50 quid, 49 quid. So even if, you know, I've got to be honest, I've not had hardly any breakages. No. I'm quite shocked. I thought I was going to get a load. Yeah. So you can come in and buy a tip that goes into your Fury for heavier conditions, you know, when it's rough. Yeah. It's going to be solid, a little bit thicker than this. Yeah. And you can get one for 49 quid. Right, so if you've got an Achios Fury and you want to get a more solid tip for fishing when the conditions are a little bit rougher, there's a bit of weed out there. I think they're going to be available in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so there you go. That's hot off the press. He's hoping that the worst scenario could be £59. Right. He's trying to get them so I can sell them at 50. Right. Which is good, and we'll have a load in. Right. And it's just an added extra to your rod. Okay. And so many people have got these from us, you know. Yes. Big selling rod. Sold loads of them in lockdown. Yeah. So while we're talking about rods, you say you've got a new rod coming in soon, Tone. What's that then? Yeah, I've got a new Dreamcast 3. Dreamcast 3? Yeah, and it's comes straight from China. Right. It's a Dreamcast 3-piece, 14 foot. Right. A solid tip rather than the quiver tip. Yeah. Unfortunately, a guy came today because we've advertised them. Yeah. And he come all the way from Portsmouth, so I let him have the one I had there today because they're in about 2 weeks again. All right. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll come and do a video of it. And I'll tell you what, it's a good bit of kit. It's not going to break the bank. No. It's around 135, 140 to buy. Yeah. We're doing a deal with that Penn rival in the sea. Right. So the Penn rival that we've already looked at. Yeah. This one here, it's 230. Yeah. The rod and reel together. All right. The two combined, for which is pretty good beach. And you can find that in Sea Angler Mag. Yeah. Or also we've got a page advert here in Freshwater Informer. Right. Okay. So it's in there as well. So we've sort of tried to advertise it, you know what I mean? Yeah. The only thing is, because I haven't got nothing on the rod, I don't know if that might be any good to you. If you don't get it home. It's right at the back. So there's a picture of it there. Shouldn't have sold it, should I really? No. I don't know if you want to look at that or not. That's the deal. Okay, so there's the deal. Penn Gold Rival long cast
plus the Dreamcast 3, £229.
It's not bad, really.
Yeah.
The reel's 118 and the rod together, that's the deal on the two. And it's in freshwater informer and sea angler as well.
Right,
so,
okay. Well, I'll put some links to that on,
thank you,
in the notes. Okay, so one of the services Tony offers is he does sell second-hand rods, and I happen to know, and here they are on a video, he's actually got 3 Ziplex bullets in at the moment. Now, this was the casting rod, you know, the casting rod in its day. They are lovely rods. Now, obviously, these have been used, but they would.
One, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Go on, you want to carry on?
Go on. So this one here is the one that he broke the record with, you say?
David Simpson. I think he broke the record. Huge distance.
Yeah.
Many years ago, and that's his original rods. All these 3.
Right.
And they're very tatty, but they're good bullets because they were made by Terry especially for him.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, if someone's willing to do them up, they're worth a lot of money. All we're trying to do is just move them on.
Yeah.
And we're charging around about, we want about 220 for this one, about 180 for these 2.
Okay, now I mean
it's quite cheap, really.
It might sound like a lot of money, but once you paid to have them rebuilt, they'd be worth 600 quid easily. So they are good rods. So you know, bear that in mind. Tony does do other second-hand stuff, but that caught my eye, so I thought I'd mention it.
Thank you. That one's quite new, that one.
It looks new, doesn't it? But then maybe he's just kept it well, not been fishing with it. Right, obviously Tony also has quite a good selection of terminal tackle, bits and bobs, so always worth visiting.
Fantastic, Chris, just to show you.
Oh right.
It's our latest thing.
Oh right.
We've managed to put really nice tied hook rigs into this box, and there's 10 rigs all made up there. They're all different.
Right. Okay.
We're selling it at £35, which is good value.
Yeah.
And they're all sort of top quality match rigs.
Yeah.
I mean, when we sell them on the wall, they're 20 quid for the free up clips.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know that's just for 5. So you've got nearly 40 quid worth of rigs in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're good rigs, you know, and the box as well.
Yeah.
It's Christmas present, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I might actually put that on my Christmas present list. Yeah, because I tie my own rigs, but I'm getting a bit fed up with doing it now. And I have been buying them just recently. Well, today is not a day to be fishing, which is why we went into Tony's shop to talk about reels. But I've just come down to Splash Point because on the way back from Eastbourne, we have had the most incredible hailstorm and really spectacular clouds and hail and cloud, and got that cloud there behind me. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be fishing on the beach, and I don't know how long I want to be sitting out here before the next lot comes through, but pretty special. Pretty special. Look at that weather behind me. Let's turn it around slowly.